everybody, and welcome back to the OVW Wrestling TV podcast. I'm Joey,
I'm Tommy.
and we are going to go through, as we've been going through, of 1999 of OVW television.
Heck yeah.
Now, specifically OVW television.
Yeah.
No other pay-per-views or big
No
events,
big events.
or none
Wish.
of that. Wish. But some of that stuff wasn't even recorded. Guys.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it's in like WWE's fucking files or something, right? So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. This is going to be the episode of November 20th of 1999. We are in Jeffersonville, Indiana, at the famous original
Davis Arena.
The
Bird nest right there.
Yeah, right there where the birds' nests are and everything else. So, of course, we get the new OVW intro, and
Still white wedding.
Yeah, still white wedding. And Tommy, we start off with our first match. Our first match is BJ Payne as he takes on OVW heavyweight champion
Rico Constantino.
Tommy, did you see in the crowd there were
two signs. Rico rules.
that you can see very visibly.
Rico rules. Red Hot Rico.
Yeah, Rico rules and Red Hot Rico, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Tommy, they shake hands before the match. We get a into the corner. You see Rico gets stuck in the corner by BJ Payne. He does a back flip out of the corner.
Yeah.
Payne misses off the second rope with a leg drop. Big backdrop. Sudden impact.
1, 2, 3, and you're a winner. This was a non-title match, by the way.
Yeah, non-title.
Rico Constantino. So,
Match over. Then, Tommy, we get some recap portions. This is a recap of pretty much last week's episode where Bolin Services. Remember, they had to post bail for Big Bull Buchanan to get out of jail, and somebody in Bolin Services, Rob Conway, gets the arrest record of Bull Buchanan and sends it to Jim Cornette.
Yeah,
and he takes credit for sending it to Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette is trying to yank Bull Buchanan's wrestling license because he's had multiple assaults.
Yeah,
assaults with a deadly weapon, domestic assaults, assault and battery, all sorts of things. And Tommy, at the end, we get Kenny Bolin kicks the Iron Man Rob Conway out of Bolin Services.
Yes, he does.
And he says, "You know what, you big dumb idiot, you're fired."
That's right.
Then, Tommy, we get the St. Teresa's Gym Show.
Yes, we do.
And this is going to be Bolin. He ends up throwing because Nick Dinsmore is still in Bolin Services
for 60 days.
Yeah, for 60 days because he lost the match. So he has to have Kenny Bolin there by his side. Kenny Bolin is wanting Nick Dinsmore to work. He's really wanting Dinsmore to work the Bolin Services way, and he throws a chain to Nick Dinsmore, and Nick Dinsmore ends up getting up and
throwing the chain back at Kenny Bolin.
And
then the Iron Man Rob Conway hits Nick Dinsmore with the loaded glove.
The Iron Fist.
1, 2, 3, and beats Nick Dinsmore.
And then of course Bull Buchanan and Mr. Black come out and attack Rob Conway.
And Nick Dinsmore goes, "Fuck this, I ain't involved in this."
And Nick Dinsmore goes, "Fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm out of here." And then Tommy, we get back to the broadcast, and we get that familiar song of "Hair of the Dog"
That's right.
by Nazareth, and
And you know what's coming. It's all of Bowling Services.
it's all of bowling services, and we got we have a bowling services promo, as well as Bull Buchanan.
Yes.
Now we should say that when Bull Buchanan grabs the mic gets unplugged.
Yes, it does.
So you'll actually hear him, like you'll faintly hear him talk, and then Dean Hill goes over and plugs it back up, and you see Bull Buchanan like, "What you doing, boy?"
Yeah.
but right now we're gonna go to Dean Hill as he asks BS Bowling Services and Bull Buchanan and see what they had to say in the promo.
Well, before we get into any other business, I got a little thing I need to take care of right now, and it concerns the Damager. And everybody, I think, now realizes that I'm the man that beat Damager, beat him fair and square, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring, proved that I was a superior man, and he's upset about it. He's all hot, and as a matter of fact, every time he's had a chance, he's tried to attack me, or has attacked me, and I'm getting sick of it. So I got news for the little bald-headed geek. The little bald-headed geek is on a little loser streak right now, and he's having a problem with it, so I'm going to take care of it. If you dare even think of laying your hands on me again, I'm going to press charges against you, son. And you know what that's going to mean. That's going to put you in a place, and you're going to find out a little bit about what Bull had to go through a couple of weeks ago. So I think that'll put that little issue to bed. Now, one other thing I want to get into right now is I'm sure everybody just saw the tape. Nick Dinsmore, he dropped the ball again. But I tell you what, shut up with the corky. I want to get into it right now that Nick Dinsmore, he did drop the ball again, but it's not totally his fault. I'm not going to blame him that much on this one, because what happened is that Rob Conway used the loaded glove. He used the loaded glove, and I know that everybody realizes that I don't stand for that at Bowling Services. That's not anything that we put up with. Matter of fact, I tried to talk him out of not using the loaded glove, but I guess Conway felt he had to do something to be able to keep up with the rest of Bowling Services. So, I'm sure everybody's expecting, because of Dinsmore losing down here at St. Therese, they're expecting me to yank him out of the title match that I've arranged for him down here at the Gardens, Thanksgiving Thunder. But that ain't going to happen. He's going to have that title shot, and there's going to be one reason because of it. Because if he listens to me and does everything that I tell him to do and absorbs all the wrestling knowledge that I have, I think he can go in there and beat Rico Constantino at Thanksgiving Thunder and bring that OVW title belt back to Bowling Services where it belongs. That's what I think is going to happen down there. Now, one last thing to cover I want to talk about is Rob Conway. Rob Conway, you're in bad, bad shape, son. And it's apparent to me that you don't have any friends. You had friends. You had the best of friends. Matter of fact, you had family. You had us at your side. We would have done anything for you. But you stabbed us in the heart, son, and that ain't something that we're going to take too kindly to. So now, that is your loss, Rob Conway. Not mine, not Bull's, not Mr. Black's. Your loss. And that means at Thanksgiving Thunder, you're going to have to show up at a gang fight, son. But big dummy, you ain't got no gang.
I passed.
Well, Buchanan's so violent, he knocked the wire loose in the microphone.
Conway, you told some things about my past that I didn't want told. You dropped dime on me to get my license pulled. See, if I don't work, well, my parole officer, he gets real mad. And nobody, especially not your jacked up punk ass, messes with my parole. Friday night, Conway, shut up! Friday night, you're gonna be my masterpiece, Conway. I'm gonna do my best work, and I'm gonna do it on you. And when it's all said and done, it's gonna be a closed casket ceremony. And all I'm gonna need are these two hands.
Well, there you have it, folks. I think it's...
There you have it, folks. There you go. pretty much promoting the Thanksgiving Thunder Louisville Garden show that they're having about 6 days after this airs.
Yes.
And we will run down the card for you guys on this show.
Yes, we will.
To see if maybe we would go to this OVW Thanksgiving Thunder. By the way, this is the first ever Thanksgiving Thunder.
Yes, it is.
So we should mention that as well. Kenny Bolin says that he beat the Damager, which we'll get footage of that later on, as well as that he thinks that he doesn't think too much of Nick Dinsmore, but he thinks with his guidance he can have him beat Rico.
Yeah, and win the OVW Heavyweight Championship
And bring it back to Bowling Services. And the big Bull Buchanan is pretty pissed off about Rob Conley
trying to get my license yanked,
dropping the dime
on me, boy. You know, my parole officer don't really like when I ain't got no job, you know, and I ain't losing my job over some jacked up punk ass.
I love it. But a good promo by Bowling Services as we get into the next match. You can't hold it. Anyway, next match we have the OVW Light Heavyweight Champion, non-title.
Non-title. The OVW Light Heavyweight Champion, Scotty Saber with Danica. As he takes on the American Eagle,
Which has been shortened to just the Eagle.
Now they're like, take the American off.
Yeah, take the American.
We're just gonna call you Eagle from now on.
You're just Eagle now.
All right.
Just like Rasputin turned into Lowrider, right?
That's right. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I hope he's in action.
Not on this episode.
Yeah,
I think it's on the next episode.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get the next episode then.
So it's gonna be Scotty Saber versus the Eagle. No strangers to each other. You know, they're both in the light heavyweight division. But Tommy, as this match is going to start going under the way, here comes sexy Sean Casey with his two sexettes.
That's right.
Which is Mercedes and I forgot the other.
Other broad's name.
But Mercedes and something else. But
some other sex.
But
he couldn't pay for it.
And Tommy, he's having trouble with the mic too.
Of course he is.
Because Bull grabbed the mic from Dean Hill, he unplugged it, right? So Sean Casey grabs the damn thing and is about to start talking, and nothing's coming out. And he goes over to Joe Wheeler and goes, "Fix the damn thing, will you?"
give me some shit that works.
Yeah. And then, we're gonna play it right here, right now. What sexy Sean Casey had to say.
First thing you have to get something that works around here. Okay. Saber, let's forget about the girls tonight. Let's forget about the money. Let's forget about the title. How about you and me do this tonight, man to man?
Well, Eagle will have something to say about that. He's Scotty Saber's scheduled opponent.
You got an opponent. I understand. Well,
Sean Casey puts the mic down, and Tommy, what happens?
Well, he mind blows the Eagle.
He goes, "Come here, fucking brother.
Come here, Jerome Crony."
Yeah, come here, Jerome Crony.
We're gonna get into Crony here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
And
the Eagle.
Yeah. Hits the mind blower, and now it's Sean Casey good. Now it's me and you, Blondie.
That's right. So instead of
it's you and me, Scotty-O.
Scotty-O. So now it's going to be Sean Casey versus
Scotty Saber.
I enjoyed the top rope spin cutter.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Sean Casey.
I enjoyed that spin diamond cutter by sexy Sean Casey.
That was really good. Now, Tommy, the rest of the match was pretty bare bones, but it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was basic light heavyweight match.
Yeah. Tommy, what happened in the finish?
Well, the finish.
Or what it was supposed to be.
Well, Sean Casey whips Scotty Saber to the ropes.
Yes.
And one of the sexettes,
I think it was Mercedes.
Mercedes, of course, the Mercedes fucks up. Uh,
Say what you mean.
and she missed the cue on grabbing Scotty Saber's leg. So what does he do? He fakes like his leg got grabbed. And then sexy Sean Casey hits the mind blower. And 1, 2, 3, and your winner, sexy Sean Casey.
Now, this is the funny thing too, is it happened kind of seamlessly on the camera. Tommy goes, Mercedes missed a foot, and I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, she missed a foot. He rewinded it, right? And literally, she grabs her hands like this as Scotty's foot comes out and completely misses his foot.
And Jim Cornette's got to go, oh, Mercedes grabbed the leg.
Yeah. Mercedes grabbed the leg.
Jim, put them glasses on. She missed that shit.
But anyway, so no, but but Sean Casey hits him with the mind blower, and a 1, 2, 3, and he does beat Scotty Saber. But Tommy, after that, Danica gets in the ring.
Yeah.
And Tommy, this strange lady.
Yeah, this woman
Comes from the crowd
and starts attacking
Danica
and
rips
strips
off
her
her
down
shirt,
to her shirt, and all you see is bra.
and titties.
Not that big enough.
She's alright.
I don't know. When you're coming out to I Got You, babe, I don't know.
I got you, babe.
In that dingy Toyota car by Scotty Saber, I don't know.
That's all he had, man. That's all he had.
I thought you had a Hemi. Well, it's in the shop, so they'll sold us out.
Well, we go to break and we come back, and Scotty Saber and Danica is at the desk with Jim Cornette.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and play that right now.
Well, folks, we've been joined here at the set by Scotty Saber and Danica. And Danica, I apologize on behalf of OVW for that. Obviously, some woman that Sean Casey knows set this whole thing up, and I just don't know how that this guy could stoop any lower.
But just in case you didn't figure out, that was Helena. And Helena, Danica hates you just as much as you hate her. You idiots like to come out here and strip people's clothes off? Well, I got an idea for the Gardens next week, this Friday. Why don't we have an anything goes street fight? Clothes match, where the only way to win is to rip the opposing team naked.
Wait a minute, you're saying you want a street fight match where they wear street clothes and the way to win is to strip your opposing team naked? I think I kind of like the sound of that. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what we'll do. Put it down. That's the stipulation in the mixed tag at the Gardens this Friday night at Thanksgiving Thunder.
Casey, when we get done with you and Helena, you're going to be standing in the Gardens Friday night in your birthday suits. And I hope the weather's 10 degrees below zero that night.
Well, there you have it, Dean. We may get a little bonus at the Gardens Friday night, courtesy of Scotty Saber and Danica. And young lady, good luck to you, because I'll tell you what, Sean Casey has gone too far.
Thanks.
Tommy, has Sean Casey gone too far? Or do you or you think he hasn't gone far enough?
Well, when we get in 2008 and 2009 or 2010, he went too far.
Well,
Bang!
That's
how you do it, Steve.
Well, anyway, so that's Helena, and she's going to be teaming up with Sexy Sean Casey to take on Danica and Scotty Saber.
Yes.
And Tommy, it's a naked match.
Yeah.
You got.
And Dean Hill had to write it down so he won't forget.
Yeah, you heard Cornette write that down, and Dean Hill's over there writing it down.
I gotta remember this for the Garden.
Yeah, I gotta remember this for the
I know I'm
Garden.
the only announcer that does this shit.
But
I love old Dean.
Yeah. Hey, Dean Hill, if you want to come on the OVW Wrestling TV podcast, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
But anyway, next time we get a recap of the St. Teresa's Gym card. The St. Teresa Gym match with Nick Dinsmore and the Damager. And Dinsmore was hit with a chair from bowling by accident, and it was a disqualification. So so yeah, it says Dinsmore hit chair. He hit Damager with the chair.
Yeah.
From Bolin, and he got disqualified.
Yeah.
That means the Damager won. Now, in the St. Therese Gym show, that means that Damager has 5 minutes with Kenny Bolin. Well, Tommy, the Damager's knocked out.
Yeah.
He's laying there on the mat.
Yep.
And Kenny Bolin goes, you know what? Call the 5 minutes right now, motherfucker.
He takes off the
Tracksuit.
The tracksuit, gets in the ring, drops the porky elbow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and he beats the former OVW heavyweight champion, the Damager.
The Damager. Well, it's right there on tape. Kenny Bolin does beat the Damager with a little bit of help from that chair.
Yeah.
Well, let's actually hear what, because of course we hear that familiar "Hair of the Dog" by Nazareth, so you already know it's going to be a Bolin Services. Let's see what BS had to say this time.
Has finally seen what I've been telling them has come true. That I, Kenny Bolin, beat the Damager, fair and square, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. No illegal tactics, just the way I told you that it was. That is the greatest thing that's ever happened, and I think finally the Damager is going to realize that I'm a pretty tough guy in the wrestling business. I'm not somebody to be messed with, and if he does mess with me, not only will I file charges against him, I may decide to just go ahead and take it upon myself to slap him around a little bit more, teach him that I am a superior athlete, teach him that I am the man in the wrestling business, and I think he's going to learn that I'm somebody not to be messed with. He's gone without a doubt great. Not only am I a great manager, I'm a great wrestler, and it is going to be unbelievable what's going to happen if he ever messes with me again. Do not put your hands on me, Damager, because there will be a lawsuit. And if I don't get the lawsuit to take care of you, then I might just have to ball up this big fist here and shove it down your throat and teach you a lesson, teach you some manners about how to deal with Kenny Bolin in the wrestling business. And I double dog dare you to ever stick your nose in my business again. I know all the fans realize I'm great. I know that the fans realize that I did beat him fair and square. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened in the history of wrestling for the people to realize that Kenny Bolin is the man. Kenny Bolin is the king. Kenny Bolin is the guy that is going to teach Damager a lesson.
Can anyone shut this guy up? Can anyone?
Again.
Wait a minute! There's the Damager!
There's the Damager. And tell me what happens.
Well, the Damager gets in the ring, and Kenny Bolin leaves.
But he runs in with a 2x4.
Yes.
And he hits Mr. Black in the gut
And
with
Kenny
it.
Bolin runs.
And Kenny Bolin says, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm getting out of here."
Yeah.
And the Damager grabs the mic, and the Damager has something to say here. Let's see what the Damager has to say.
Kenny Bolin, nobody embarrasses me, especially a fat piece of BS like you. I will get my hands on you, and I promise you, you will end up damaged goods, compliments of the DA to the MA, J to the A, the Damager, and don't ever get it twisted.
Don't forget first several things.
And that's my word.
Well, I guess he's finished.
I guess he's finished. We thought the "Don't Get It Twisted" would be the end of the promo, but apparently not. Good. Damage is pissed off about losing to Kenny Bolin, or
wants to get revenge,
or to the likes of Kenny Bolin,
and he wants to get revenge,
and he definitely wants to get revenge on him. Next, Tommy, we actually get another. Well, it's it's what happened at the last Louisville Garden show. And what it is in the ring, there is Jim Cornette, Vice President of Talent Relations at the time, Bruce Pritchard, and Flash Flanagan. And Bruce Pritchard's talking on the mic. Now, of course, I didn't record this because it was horrible, like, quality. Like, the PA system in Louisville Gardens is not that good, so you don't really get to hear, like, the promos that you do on television because it's in a building. There's echoes and stuff like that, so I can't play it, guys. But Bruce Pritchard said, if you want to sign with the WWF, you got to have attitude. And we're talking about a good attitude. Flash, you have a bad attitude. Well,
to be honest, Flash, you're an asshole.
Yeah, to be honest, Flash, you're an asshole.
And that pissed Flash off.
That pissed Flash off.
He goes, "Come here, Bruce."
Come here, Bruce.
Jim Cornette's trying to make the save. He knocks Cornette down.
Cornette takes a bump.
Takes a big old bump. He punches Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
And then he knocks down Cornette again, trying to get back up. And he's about to set up Bruce Pritchard for a power driver.
Yes.
And then who comes out to make the save? The wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers.
Tracy Smothers, baby. He comes out, does a big old elbow with the hands. And then we see a little portion of the match, and then we see the end of the match.
Yes.
And what the end of the match is Flash grabs a chair, hits Tracy in the back with the chair.
And then hits while the referee's down.
Yeah. Referee's down.
And he hits the whiplash on the chair on Tracy Smothers. And 1, 2, 3. And Flash gets the win over Tracy Smothers.
Over old Tracy.
And old Tracy Smothers ain't too happy about it.
Tracy Smothers pissed off.
Yes, he is.
Because Tracy Smothers actually grabs, it looked like a flashlight or something he was talking into, but nonetheless, there's a promo pretty much backstage of the Louisville Gardens. Now, we'll actually play it. Once again, it's not the best quality, but I definitely want you guys to hear this promo because Tracy knows how to fucking pack them in, guys. So let's go ahead and play that Tracy Smothers promo.
OVW. Hey, Flash, I had you beat, man. Everybody in Louisville saw it. You popped me in the back with that chair when the referee was knocked down, then you hit that whiplash on the chair. That's cool. That's just like the first dig you put in a pickup truck, big boy. After the first one, the rest don't really matter. I said it before, I'll say it again. You're a fine young athlete, but you got a bad attitude. You jump on Cornette, you jump on Pritchard, won't you jump on me, Bubba? Won't we have a hardcore match at Thanksgiving Thunder? That night after Thanksgiving, my turkey's gonna come a little bit late, and that turkey's gonna be you, Flash. You're a punk that has no respect for this business or the people in it. At Thanksgiving Thunder, that night after Thanksgiving, in the world famous Louisville Gardens, I'm gonna be on you like a duck on a June bug. Hardcore rules apply. I've been at ECW. I don't think you'll be there, Flash. I don't think you've been there, pal. I don't know if you ever will. So I don't care if you're 6'8". Don't be late. I'll be waiting on you right there at the Louisville Garden. Hardcore rules apply. Rules are no rules.
There we go. Great promo by Tracy
That's
Smothers. Right. I'll be on you like a duck on a June bug.
You know, oh, you popped me in the back of the head with that chair, and then hit the whiplash on. That's cool. That's like a dent in the pickup truck, big boy. You
after the first
really
one,
matter.
yeah. After the first one, the rest don't matter.
And you wanna jump on Cornette? You wanna jump on Pritchard? Why don't you jump on me, Bubba?
Great promo from Tracy Smothers, if I say so myself. We actually got to meet Tracy Smothers, great guy. And Tommy, that leads us into Thanksgiving Thunder. We got a hardcore
match.
Hardcore match with Tracy Smothers and Flash.
Yeah.
So, this fucking Thanksgiving Thunder just keeps getting better and better. That they're showing here.
Yeah,
for sure. And next, we actually have a match. We actually have it's going to be who was in the little snippet segment for the last one, Flash, as he takes on the Damager. Good match.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
Really good match. we see a corner splash, and uh, but Tommy, when we get to this, there's a big disqualification
Yeah, there is.
because the person that comes out is Kenny Bolin, and he's out there, and Damage is pissed off
Yeah, he is.
that Kenny Bolin's there on the outside, kind of antagonizing him.
Yeah.
So he goes after Kenny Bolin, and of course, when Kenny Bolin is there, who else is there? But Bolin Services.
Yeah.
The Big Bull Buchanan and Mr. Black, and they start attacking the Damager. And Tommy Flash even gets in on this as
Yes,
well.
he does.
Mr. Black and Flash are holding back the Damager as Kenny Bolin's slapping him in the face.
Yes.
Well, Tommy, Mr. Trailer Park Trash runs
Yep.
in. And he runs in with a chair, and of course they all scatter.
Yes, they do.
So there is that. Next, Tommy, we actually have it's actually a promo by some of your favorite,
Yes.
Guido and Vito Andretti.
Andretti.
The Andrettis.
Hell yeah.
As they are dancing, we see Vito grab the mic as Guido's barely getting into it. Vito's getting into it, but Guido
He's doing the hump and everything.
yeah.
What does the Guido do?
Barely getting
Is
into
how
it.
you do it?
Is that how you do it? And Trev's like, get into it, man.
I got the moves.
I ain't got the moves. Well, the Andretti. Well, Vito grabs the mic and he has some choice words to the Suicide Blondes of Rip Rogers and Jason Lee.
Yes.
Who
Who are the OVW Southern Tag Team Champions?
Exactly, and Treasure ends up cutting a promo as well on this, and I had to pause it for a second because we heard Crackers Low.
Good song, by the way.
Great song, which is the Suicide Blondes' theme song. I had to pause it there for a second, and Mr. Rip Rogers grabs the mic and has some choice words for the Treasure and the Andretti's as a whole. So let's get to that promo.
This Friday night in Louisville Gardens, Thanksgiving Thunder, we got what we deserve coming up here. We got the Suicide Blondes. We got a Southern Tag title match. You see, and well, they beat the Hardy Boys, they beat the Rock and Roll Express, and all these other chumps, but that don't matter. If they can't wrestle like the Andrettis, they can't dance like the Andrettis, and we know they can't love like the Andrettis. Right, Treasure?
That's right, baby. Actually, accidentally, I want everybody to know that I was in the dressing room, and I had walked into the shower, and I saw Rip Rogers and Jason Lee, and they must have been taking a cold shower because there was some heavy shrinkage going on, baby.
And now wait a minute.
Un momento, por favor. First of all, the reason they call you Treasure is because you got that sunken chest.
Whoa!
As far as being in the shower, what really happened is you were in that shower with Jason and me, and we're the only true blondes of the Ohio Valley.
Wow!
Whoa.
I guess we got that. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Rip Rogers and Jason Lee didn't really take too much about what Treasure had to say about him,
No, they did.
about that shrinkage going on.
That's right.
Of course, you heard a little bit of Cracker in the promo because Rip Rogers started talking.
He's like, fuck.
We ain't turned off Cracker yet, damn it.
And thoughts and prayers go out to Rip
Yes,
Rogers. He's
yes.
in bad health right now.
Right now, Rip Rogers is in bad health right now. He does have a GoFundMe. So if you get on GoFundMe and you type in Rip Rogers, definitely, if you guys can give any money to Rip Rogers, um, every dollar counts,
Yeah.
guys. So if you guys can help out Rip Rogers, be a great help. But Tommy says that Treasure has a sunken chest. That's why
Yep.
they call her Treasure, and that there's only true blondes.
That's right.
In Ohio Valley, and of course we get a big schmoz
That's right.
because Cornette. Watch out! But Tommy, as the Andrettis are fighting the blondes, Treasure goes between their legs and hits them with a low blow.
Yeah, hits Jason Lee and Rip Rogers with a low blow.
And that leads to what's going to happen at Thanksgiving Thunder.
It's going to be an OVW Southern Tag Team title match. The Andretti brothers, they were mechanics,
Yeah.
and now they're getting a title shot
They're getting a title shot. So you got to think about that.
against the Suicide Blondes.
Absolutely. Next, Tommy, we have on the at the desk, we have QMF's radio DJ, Charlie Steele.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, OVW was sponsored by WMF Radio.
WQMF.
Sorry, no, it's
QMF.
yeah. QMF Radio, where there were some sponsorships involved, and Charlie Steele is one of the DJs there, and he was there to just talk about the sponsorship
Yeah.
and thinking and saying that OVW is a good place to do business with, and all the good things. And Cornette goes, Charlie Steele, you want to stay for the main event? You can do color commentary with us. Which I'll say this, Charlie Steele isn't cut out for commentary.
No, he's not.
I'll tell you that here right now. But
He was trash.
he was trash. Let's go to the main event. It's going to be Security of Bolin Services, Mr. Black, with Kenny Bolin versus Rob Conway, the Iron Man. And Tom even called it because he goes they said something about like Rob Conway's going to get a revenge. He goes, Mr. Black.
Yep.
You know damn good he gonna take on the bull right now.
Hell no, it's going to be Mr. Black.
He's
I
gonna-
knew it was.
He's gonna be Mr. Black. Nothing wrong with Mr.
No.
Black, but it's just like
He moves really good for his size.
he does. Believe it or not, he actually takes he attempts a splash in this match. He misses it, but he attempts a splash from the top rope, which isn't what you're going to see in a 400-pound man.
Yeah.
As well as he actually takes a big backdrop
Yes.
from Rob Conway as well.
When you see a big man take a backdrop.
Not very often. Not very often at all. Most big men don't leave their feet.
Yeah.
And we see a knee smash into a neck breaker from Rob Conway, and Tommy he loads the glove and he comes off the second rope, but Tommy Bull runs in as he has as he's got Mr. Black in the torture rack.
Yes.
I'm not kidding, guys. Rob Conway had fucking this 400-pound man on his shoulders in torture rack.
Yeah.
And he ends up then I think he grabbed Bull as well and put him in the torture rack. Very not very long, because here comes Kenny Bolin
And he throws powder into the eyes of Rob
he
Conway.
throws powders into the eyes of Rob
So
Conway.
disqualification.
Disqualification. He goes down. Big old beat down as the bells
Yeah,
ring.
Bolin Services are beating the hell out of Rob Conway.
Bells ringing. The referees are trying to get him out, and it's chaos as OVW comes to an end of this episode of November 20th of 1999.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy, I want to go over this first ever Thanksgiving Thunder. Okay,
All right.
and for the people that are watching this podcast, let us know if you guys would go to this at the Louisville Gardens. It's the first ever Thanksgiving Thunder at the Louisville Gardens, November 26th of 1999. So 6 days later after this episode, we have. I'll read. We'll go from the bottom. How about that?
All right.
We have a mixed tag team match of Sexy Sean Casey with Helena versus Danica and Scotty Saber. And the way to win the match is to strip your opponents down to their pretty much their naked bodies,
Yeah.
or underwear. Yeah. So there's that match. Then we have for the OVW Southern Tag Team Championships on the line when the champions of Rip Rogers and Jason Lee, the Suicide Blondes, put their titles on the line against Vito and Guido Andretti
With Treasure.
with Treasure. Then we have a no disqualification match with Trailer Park Trash versus the head of security of Bowling Services, Mr. Black. Tommy, we actually have a match on here that is not for OVW technically.
Yeah.
Well, it is for OVW, but we're going to involve another person in here. We're going to have the Damager is going to be getting a title opportunity to take on the Power Pro world champion of
Steve Bradley.
And Steve Bradley does eventually come to OVW. So
After Power Pro.
after Power Pro ends, Steve Bradley's a phenomenal fucking
great
performer.
talent.
I know. Kurt Angle talks a lot about Steve Bradley because he was there during his Memphis days to help Kurt, and I know he thinks fond memories of Steve Bradley, and I think Steve Bradley is one of those unsung guys that never really got a shot properly in the WWE because he was damn good, and so he's going to be taking on the Damager. Tommy, we got a hardcore match
between Tracy Smothers versus Flash.
Then we have for the OVW the OVW Championship, Rico Constantino as he takes on Nick Dinsmore
with Kenny Bolin.
And Tommy, we actually have a lights out match.
Yes.
When Rob Conway takes on Bull Buchanan with Kenny Bolin.
Yeah.
This sounds like
really great card.
Really great card.
I would look forward to going to that.
I would definitely pay my hard-earned money to go to that, no doubt.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. I would.
I would love to have went there.
But once again, I will say this. This is November of 1999. I was 9 and Tommy was 10.
Yeah.
So if our parents didn't take us, we wouldn't be able to go.
Yeah.
So, which we didn't go. So, but definitely Thanksgiving Thunder would have been fantastic to go to. With that being said, guys, that's the end of this OVW show for November 20th of 1999. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it all over social media. Also, make sure you guys like us on Facebook, as well as you guys follow us on X, Twitter at Russell Rampage. It's scrolling at the bottom. You guys can also follow me and Tommy on Instagram. Guys, share this. I'm serious. Share this podcast. We want to try to get this podcast off the ground. We're only we're only like 20 episodes in, but I've been loving doing this.
I have to. I really enjoy doing OVW wrestling because it don't get the credit it deserves.
We didn't know how good it was when we were watching it when we were kids, and I think it's even better trying to watch it now.
Yeah.
But we hope that you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you guys hit that damn subscribe button. And we'll see you guys on the next OVW TV podcast.
See you guys.